You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Happy Endings After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Happy Endings After Show.
What's up, Happy Endings fans? You are tuned in to Happy Endings, episode 21. Yes, it is season 2, and unfortunately, but very exciting, season finale episode. And the title is called 4 Weddings and a Funeral, minus 3 weddings and 1 funeral. Long title. But first, let me begin by saying that Bing is for doing it, and oh yeah, we are doing it well here at AFTERBUZZ. In the building, we have myself, Spicy Mari, on the 1s and 2s. Next to me, I have the gorgeous, undiscovered, funniest comedian in the world, Nick Perdue.
Yeah.
And across from Nick is the beautiful PR to the stars, Kellie O. And of course, shining ever so bright beside her is the beautiful, the talented actrice, Azur-De.
Hello.
And today we have a special guest in the building as well, Richard Reliford, who is on today's episode. And let us not forget our board, the man who runs the show, Ronnie Jr. on the 1s and 2s back there.
Hello, everybody. Hey, it's a big moment. Happy Endings is literally one of my favorite shows. Funny sitcom. And for us to all come together and talk about this show, we love it. One message we had for our iTunes fans, do us one favor. We bring you a great after show for Happy Endings. We've had Adam on the show, actor from the show. We've had Zach Knighton, who also called in. We had 3 writers from Happy Endings show up in studio. And then, of course, Madi is going to break down our special guest who was in the season finale. We do a lot for you Happy Endings fans here at AFTERBUZZ. So we want you to do us one favor and comment and rate our show on iTunes. That's the only thing we ask. And if you could tell a friend. But you guys, this show is so good. I don't know. I just love it. I absolutely enjoy hanging out with you guys doing this.
Ronnie, aren't you sad that it's coming to an end?
I'm devastated.
What are we going to do with our lives?
I feel like we need to have Saturday.
Apartment 23.
Apartment 23.
Buy the DVD.
I feel like we need to have Happy Endings, marathons. But this episode, what did you guys think? We will get to our special guest in just a second, but let's break down how the show actually went. Brad, when he has to tell Jane something about income, I just feel like her type A personality, it goes there, and it was fun to watch in this episode.
Well, what sucks even more is that Brad thought that he was getting in good with his boss. Mm-hmm. You're kissing up, you're laughing at all his unfunny jokes. You think that everybody's going to be a victim except for you, and then he cuts Brad's entire department.
And I wanted to ask Kellie initially. Kellie and I are real big fans from season 1. We got to see a whole episode sort of dedicated to Brad's boss. Kellie, what did you think about having him back on?
The first time I saw him, I was disappointed because he did not have food on his face.
Right, because that was from before. Yeah, exactly.
His face was clean, and I was not liking it.
I don't know. I just think anytime you get Brad there and him, having to deal with a situation like that to tell Jane the honest truth, I think it's funny.
It was, and the way he handled it was funny. But actually her reaction to it, I thought, was a lot calmer than I thought she was going to be. Like, she freaked out a little, but then it wasn't as, I don't know.
Well, they were like trying to trick us. They like cut to scene with Max in the middle of it. But I was definitely cracking up because I know how it is to schmooze up to somebody and then be disappointed when it's all in vain because, you can be eliminated. You're disposable. And poor Brad, he spins, he takes everybody out to dinner, so he can spin frivolously. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, it was sad to watch him have to cancel his spa treatments.
Oh,
his milk bath.
That's such a rough life.
I love the anticipation of the wedding. They're going to a gay wedding, and everyone has a role. Jane, her Type A personality, she's the only one that's not in the wedding, and I just thought that was opening up tons of jokes, which we saw throughout the episode.
Well, of course, the opportunity that she would get to jump and be in the wedding, she's going to, of course, take it. But I thought that it was hilarious that she was excluded and everybody was included except for her. So that's like really insulting. If you've ever been to a wedding and you're the one person who doesn't get to be in the wedding party, you feel like the outcast, kind of like how Penny felt today.
I also like the way Brad, Damon Wayans Jr. said, "Oh, my baby looks like pee."
Oh my gosh!
Of the whole
Why
episode.
did they have to wear those yellow tuxedos?
It's like I can't even
It
feel
was
your
the best.
body in this.
And let me tell you guys what I think is like their comedic timing. There was one part where they were all sitting there and they were not just all of them, but Brad and Jane, and they're at the lobby. And I don't even know what I couldn't write on my notes what they actually said to each other, but it was just a lot of like just noises, and it becomes funny with these two. Like Brad and Jane as actors, they're just really, really funny to me.
Oh, it's about the cheese.
Yeah, but I'm saying they didn't really make
Yeah.
a joke. It's just a lot of when you watch it, you're just like rolling on the floor. But
Good chemistry.
Yeah,
Well,
they have
David
great
Wayne's
chemistry.
so fun. Like you can't help but to laugh
He's
at him because
hilarious.
he's so expressive. I mean, he nails it. I don't even know if half of that stuff is written or if he's just making it up, improvising on the spot. But he's going back and forth about the order, not wanting it, and then he does want it at the hotel.
well, he's embarrassed. Yeah,
Yeah, he's embarrassed. He's gonna get his credit card declined.
yeah. No,
That's even worse.
That's definitely no fun. Then I wanted to talk a little bit about the Madonna stuff, which is really funny, and that'll lead to our guest. But what else did we learn in this episode? Anytime we get to see Penny and her dating life, I think it always becomes kind of interesting. And I like the way they all had bets. Kelly, what was their bet?
They were betting on how long it was going to take her in the conversation to mention her boyfriend. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 hours, 11 seconds.
Out of everybody, don't you think that Penny is the one who's the most thirsty for love? And she seems just so lost. We always see
Yeah.
her dating all these random people where she if she doesn't have to make them over, she's breaking up with them in blink of an eye. So she
But
never
I
has
like-
anything solid.
No, she doesn't. But I like when she talks about it though, she just tries to throw it into the conversation. Like she just wants to throw it in, kind of just
Well,
in passing.
And she's always been honest to say, "Oh, I hate to be that girl that's the one that talks about myself, but let's face it, I am." I mean, here's the thing about it. Like all of us are different levels of Happy Endings fans. Me and Kelly obsessed over season 1. Azur-De might be one of the newer Happy Endings fans. The show just builds because for a sitcom to have so many stories that just build off things that we've already seen, I just think it's great.
Well, I love that the iPad was incorporated into this episode with sliding photos of him snoozing and sleeping. And what were
The
the
Skype
other
table.
What were the other words that you can use to describe sleep? She used every single one, nodding off.
Yeah, whatever adjective you can use or descriptive word you can use to describe sleeping, she used. I can't even remember them all.
But when you are in love with somebody or when you're in a relationship, you really do take pictures of them sleeping. You're just watching, you're enamored by them.
Whatever they're doing is amazing.
That's kind of cool. Though.
Whatever they
But
do, it
she hasn't
doesn't
even
matter.
been dating him that long.
Fantastic.
I do love the way she gets into it though. Like, yeah, it could be, oh, what did Max say? Oh, sorry, I can't be involved in your date of the week movie or something. Like,
Oh no, he said, I'm glad I didn't get all wrapped up in your date of the week that I only heard about. And what did he say? Something
Right,
about
I
in
overheard in conversation.
Yeah, something like that.
it's really frustrating that we can't really say the jokes as funny as they do. They are funny, and I'm just
They're too
telling you,
quick.
it's the quickest show. Azur-De, what was your kind of impression of it?
Well,
jumping into
being a new, this is my second episode, and I just think that they have great comedic timing, like you said. It's very quirky. It's a quirky comedy. It reminds me of Friends, and cheer. I don't know. It's just a really upbeat.
Did you say Cheers? I love
Yeah,
Cheers.
That's one of
Cheers.
Ronnie's favorite
Oh, I love
shows.
that show.
Yeah, it has a very upbeat. I felt happy watching it. They were so excited, so it made me happy watching it. But
Yeah,
I
we
love the
tried to-
different stories of the different couples. I thought that was interesting.
We try to take notes, and it moves
Yeah,
so.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch because I can't keep up with all these stories that are going on.
Richard, how did you feel about it? Did you think that it was a good episode? Don't give us your actor point of view. Give us I'm just
fan
on the
inside
outside.
you.
I'm on the
I
outside
agree.
looking in.
No. The bottom line, it was a great episode. I was happy to be a part of it. And like you said, all the things that you guys are saying is amazing to confirm that it is scripted, but they do allow them the improv leeway. And that's why you get that realness to it. You see them work it out. They even allow me as a new guy on set to work it out and do that little Cuba line, stuff like that, and then they just roll off of it. You know what I mean? That line was there, but the way you deliver it changed all of their delivery.
Oh, right.
So that was not his scripted response to say, I love the way you say
Oh,
Cuba.
he added that because of
I'm-
you.
Yeah.
Emmy.
All I know is save the
All the Emmy. I don't know.
save the drama for Wilmer Valderrama. Save the drama
Save
for.
the drama for Obama. That one was in there too.
Yeah.
Right.
Who was throwing those out there? Alex and Derrick?
Derrick was.
Derrick?
was.
Derrick was
Yeah.
throwing him out. What was funny about Alex is she said she made a comment. She's like, "Have I been smoking weed?" I don't know. He just says these little quotes that are just so funny. You know.
Now, what happened where Derrick is getting married? Because didn't we see Max kind of having googly eyes for him when the bully was picking on them at the gym?
Yeah, and then well, the thing is I think we've only seen Derrick like 3 times though, so we really don't know kind of what's been going. Because remember, he was like the new BFF for
Yeah.
Penny, and then
We saw him last
Max,
season.
Yeah, Max got a little bit jealous, and then we didn't see too much of him. So
I do like the way that their relationship couple was Derrick, Eric. Wait, they could be Derrick.
Derrick,
Wait,
maybe
Or
it's just
Derrick.
Eric. I don't know. We need to figure this out. And I like how Dave was like, "Do we?"
Yes, because you have to merge the names. Come on now.
Do we really?
Brangelina, you know we love that crowd.
Oh, and speaking of Angelina,
Necessary.
Kelly, did we?
The Angelina pose. I love it.
Again, it wasn't even a joke, but it was just literally when she was in her dress, she was talking about. She wasn't saying nothing, huh? She just did the Angelina.
She just did the Angelina pose.
Wait.
What did she said? Like, I look like crap or
yes,
something?
but then she like held her leg out. She actually
was
was
trying
really
to get
amazing.
into
It
that
was way
wedding.
better than that yellow suit.
She looked better. I would have left
She
that dress
did.
on. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't need to be in the wedding
Right.
party after all.
No, she was pimping it out. She needed to get in that wedding.
So under any circumstances, even looking like P.
Yes, exactly.
So,
And then they pulled her
okay.
hair back. She was looking.
Right.
She was pulling an Ellen DeGeneres or what? Ellen. What is that? How do I say her name? Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
That works.
And
Funny.
I don't remember the exact wording on it, but I love her comment about because I'm a huge Jane fan. She's one of my favorite characters on the show. Look, baby, it's okay. I just started the wedding. I wasn't even in it, and now I'm running this damn thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's classic
Jane.
Jane.
To be to the rescue. She saved the entire day.
Yep.
When
she
you
sure
know
did.
you're good when you can make brie from napkins.
Exactly.
What'd she make
That's how
pi-
you make magic happen.
Yes, she was back there with the chefs. Like completely took over the kitchen, took over the like everything. The
made, like-
What did
financial
she do?
matters.
She turned the little like,
Pigs
pigs,
in a
in a blanket into like
Pigs-
she cut them in half. But what did she call them? Somebody
called-
please tell me what
Wait,
exactly she
wait,
called
I
them.
think she said something like
I missed that part.
she didn't say pigs, but she said something instead of a blanket in a binky.
Yeah.
I mean, Jane's
remember.
her timing is funny. The way she enunciates jokes. I mean,
Can I tell you guys like my favorite part though?
are you saying Jane's your favorite character now?
No.
We
I
do
do
go.
love
your
her,
favorite?
but my favorite is Alex and Penny.
Oh,
like those are my two like top dogs right there.
Your two.
I would probably take a little stab wound for them. I roll with them, but
like
as
Not a
as,
bullet, just a
as,
stab wound.
right,
Yeah,
just
just
a
a
stab wound. No, only
flesh
my
wound,
besties
yeah,
get
yeah.
bullets. But my favorite part being a single girl was watching Penny kinds of freak out because she had to be at the single table and the laptops. I'm sorry.
was
What have
so
we
cute.
come to when
When-
you are Skyping in your guests
when
for the
you
wedding?
have a Skype table. No,
I love that.
No, even beyond that, dancing with the
That
laptop.
was hilarious.
That like tilted down for me a little bit.
Can
so
I tell you
get
that's
a peek.
amazing writing? Who
That-
thought of that? I need to know. Like, Kelly, can you tweet out and
I'm
ask
tweeting
who
this out
thought
right
of
now.
These
Yeah.
Skype dancing
Oh, and let me just say,
moves?
speaking of Twitter, Happy Endings and Madonna are trending right now on Twitter.
Get outta here.
nice.
Oh my
Big
God,
ups to you
yeah.
guys for that. That's amazing.
Womp, womp.
Yeah.
And I really do got to wonder in that writer's room, like, where we're going to do Madonna, that big finish. I mean, it was such a great ending, I thought, of the show. And our very own guest, I mean, he really did the Madonna thing.
Oh, he showed it
He was
all.
on stage.
Was he?
Very well.
Was he?
Can't really hear anything.
we got to talk about that outfit. I'm dying.
You stole
to-
the show. I was like, oh my God.
That white dress, you worked it, honey. You
Well,
worked it.
similar to how I'm freezing in this studio, I have enough manpower and manhood to rock a dress like that. And my number one question to Adam and everyone on set was, how do my guns look? And Adam says to me,
They look
I promise
good.
you, I was doing push-ups and everything. But before you go on film, your arms
Yeah,
are
yes,
out.
yeah.
Hey, come on. And I was like, it's funny that you're asking how your guns looking. You're the one dude standing here in a dress. And he goes, kind of, okay, fair enough. But they look right? You know? Anyway.
More importantly, how do they look?
You wore
fun,
that
though.
dress. Amazing.
It fits you in
That was my
perfect
first
places.
and last time in a dress. Just let you know that was
There you go.
I did have to go somewhere. to
Just
make
in
that
case you
happen.
were wondering.
It
Got
wasn't
it.
just like, oh, dress, oh, cool, dude. And I'm walking around. I had the robe like immediately, and all you saw was my little white shoes underneath the robe, like tapping. They were making fun of me. I was on the phone at one time making a call. I was like, yo, give me my stuff. He's like, you look real tough until I look down at your feet, because I had a robe on. Anyway, it was
Richard,
bad.
talk to us about even that big scene. I mean, this is like all the characters, they're all together, all the actors, their big finale. What was the moment like being around all that? Because they know once these scenes are shot, they're done also, you know, for the season. And you get to be a part of like the biggest aspect, rocking a dress. Like tell us what that's
Yeah, let's just drive that home.
It was like prom.
Just in case if you DVR'd it, go back to the last 5 minutes and you see
He is
you see
in
him
a dress.
in a positive freeze frame it and then
Great.
tweet us.
Yeah.
And we'll go.
proud
Get
of
the
you.
other lines.
Wait,
Get the
okay,
other lines.
let's find out. Like, which Madonna video did that dress come from?
That's like a virgin look. That's the like a virgin look, and yeah, and it was awesome. Really, it was. I think 100 background and everything else in the performance. They had the whole whatever it was, the auditorium filled out. So it was a big scene. It was a nice take, and everyone just felt it while we were filming it. Like, this is a feel-good moment.
It had like a prom
You want those
film
in
to
sitcom,
it.
like it was a feel-good moment. And we went in another little known fact. We went into the studio and dropped that. FYI, my vocals were on there along with the rest of the band.
What?
That wasn't
That's
anyone.
cool.
Yeah, that was another little caveat for you guys.
That was you singing.
that was.
Wait, was that
Just
also
like-
Adam?
Stick to acting. No,
Was
I'm playing.
Adam singing also, or that was
No, you
dubbed?
didn't. Don't hate on my vocals.
Jack of all trades.
I'm writing a
playing.
musical. Now you're not even getting
Yeah,
considered.
sure.
She's not even
Dang
getting
it.
considered for it now.
So was Adam
part
Pally
two?
singing too?
Adam Pally is laying down the rock version.
It sounded like him.
No, that
It
was
did
him.
sound like him. It did sound like him.
That was him. I'm trying to tell you, we went in, he sang his the lead, and we came in afterwards, the 3 Madonna groups, and harmonized together in like minutes and made it happen. Of course, I had to lead the charge. No, I'm sorry. I did my thing. I'm not going to go too far. I mean, the talent
They
is,
cut out like the rap part or whatever that you
yeah.
threw the
I did try to
improv.
remix little Tupac. All eyes on me. They're like, no.
Yeah, it's not happening.
No. All eyes are not on me.
Richard, do us a favor. Break down your storyline. I mean, I feel like your character almost can come back because you have a relationship with Max, you know, growing up, right? Is that kind of how your character on this show?
Exactly. I actually know the Max that no one else knows on the show, and I do know the group. So I've met the group before. They established it when I was delivering my scene that I know Max, I know Casey Wilson, I know all the characters there. That's not her character name, obviously, but I know all the characters.
Year of the
and
penny.
when we come up, yeah, I know. When we come up, I actually recognize them. They cut that part, and hey, how's everyone doing? So they established it a bit that not only do I know Max, but they've met myself in the group before. So I feel like they want more. If you want more Madonna, you know what I mean, you got to have to, you know, push David Casp, the creator,
Yes,
and
he
some
would
of the
love more
writers.
Madonna.
That we want to bring back Madonna. And maybe I'm thinking, I have a concept, I'm not going to put it out there now, and I might even send out a script, I'm serious, of a little spec script of what I'm thinking about the return of Madonna. And Jeff, my character name is Jeff.
Well, I think it's funny, and you're a cool dude. We enjoyed watching the show with you, and you bringing us a little extra of what happened on that finale. But for those who really want to kind of get more of it, I want to show a photo of what character you had to play as Madonna. You said it was the Like the Prayer, right? This is not you, but this is just to kind of get you there.
I gotta see this, Ronnie.
Wait a second. I don't know
I'm
what's
so
going
excited.
And I hope I'm here, because I can't hear anything.
Well,
FYI.
well,
You guys know that,
keep talking about that last scene though, and then we'll get a photo up that should draw everybody in.
You're wearing a dress and you're playing
It's white.
a guitar as a white
And
dress.
then I
Did that happen?
tutu.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Right.
everybody on
Singing,
Twitter
right.
is loving Madonna and wants Madonna at their
Yay.
wedding.
Want Madonna.
So
you
everybody's
can
loving
like,
it.
Go on
So-
weddings now and actually book weddings, but you need to wear the
Yeah.
dress.
Just hit me up.
I'd
and
hire you.
Make sure my tweets are Richard
I love
Reliford.
that you had the lap band 3 times.
I did.
Is that even humanly possible?
I did, and that's
You
why
would like
the third
die
one.
from 3 times.
That's why
the
the
lap
third one you
band.
had to go out of the
I had to
country.
go to Cuba again. Cuba,
right.
not Cuba.
Because that's like,
Cuba.
it's like not possible to get it 3 times.
Very dangerous.
And why would I need
They
it
put
3
a
times?
clamp
How
on your
much
stomach.
Of a gluttonous
Do
am
you
I?
have
Right,
any
if you
stomach
do it
left
3
after 3
Then I've ate through the lap band twice.
And then the other one had a
Right.
toupee. And then I can't remember what the other guy had a toupee. What was the other?
The other guy was
one's
just pitchy.
excuse?
He was pitchy.
Oh yeah, he
he
was
was
just
just
sing very
pitchy.
well.
Every time.
But leave it to Max to be the star because he really did a good
Yeah,
job. I
he
really
did.
felt I believed he was Madonna in that moment.
Well, I like how
The
he
mall
was,
was the best.
There we go.
Yes,
There you go.
when they
Okay,
play.
so this is from the.
Well, this is the character that you had to channel, right? I mean, this is
Yeah.
the Madonna, right?
It is, but I don't know if this is like a.
No, that's like a prayer.
We're singing like a prayer, but I'm like a virgin Madonna singing like a prayer.
Right.
Is that complicated?
So like a virgin was the wedding
Was the dress that
yeah.
he wore,
But you
yeah.
were singing the
but
prayer.
they were singing
Right.
like a
Yeah.
prayer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to see Material Earl. I think Alex threw that out there.
Yes, yes. I was
would-
trying to
I wanna
find
see
the name of the
Material
other
Earl,
one.
too. And then I forgot to mention earlier when we were talking about Brad, they kept pointing over to Burger getting cut. Like, who is Burger?
Oh, they said like who would be the one most likely to like go on a murderous rampage,
Yeah.
and like he's the one like cheesing at the table. And they're like that guy.
But him and Brad, the boss and Brad were saying whoever doesn't have swagger first, like, would be the first to go. He said something about swagger. I swear I heard swagger.
Oh, I
like,
missed-
be
I missed
swaggerless.
swagger.
I swear I heard that.
I missed it.
Everything
I,
trans-
Am I
Yeah,
making
swagger.
that up?
I know. I don't.
I don't remember anything.
I don't think
with
it was.
swagger.
Swagger
I don't
dagger,
remember
dagger,
that. I
swagger?
don't know. I missed that one.
Okay, maybe it was during my bad rewinding and fast forwarding DVR skills. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely thought this was a funny episode. And Richard, you did a really, really good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel like you channeled your inner Mandonna.
I did. And again, I wanna say that it was great. They're really cool people, really talented and funny. Sometimes I won't name anyone specific, but I've worked with people and I said, I'm not that impressed. But everyone on the set, I was impressed with the writers, the vibe, the energy. You, being an actor, actress, you know what I'm talking about. It was that kind of feeling where I feel like if they come back, there's a lot more to come.
Well,
And
yeah,
I'm not
we-
just
Well,
saying that 'cause
and
I was on
the
it.
one question I have initially is, actors, they get different parts on different shows. Were you always a Happy Endings fan? Had you been watching the show, or how much prep do you watch it every week now that you're on the series?
Good question, and quite frankly, I think people that see me in this role might be surprised because I end up doing a lot of dramatic because I just by default have a intense vibe about me. But actually, if I can do either, and I love all acting, but if I were to go toward default, I'm actually more of an idiot, more of a goof nut, like outside of it.
Self-proclaimed
And that's
idiot.
when people see me, like Azur-De and I worked together on the role as Storm in My Brother's Keeper, very intense, very edgy guy. You wouldn't assume that I could do this. So let me circle back to your question. No, I had watched the show not at all, and I had been busy. So I watched it one episode. I went on YouTube and watched it before the audition, and I got a feel for the vibe. So it was fast paced, kind of a little bit real, but over the top a little. That playful banter, and that's how I delivered the lines, almost identical to how I did it on the filming, and they liked it.
Dude, I think it's such a good show. Like, I want my life to be like Happy Endings. It's so
Because he loves the friend concept. Remember how we went to
Yeah.
Big Wangs? He always talks about that, how we get together and do karaoke.
Aw,
Like, Ronnie loves the
Ronnie.
friend concept that Happy Endings offers.
I love it.
I do like it, and you getting to be a part of this show, that's great. So you may come back. What was the relation? Well, actually, we'll get into all of the relationship and how you got booked and all that.
Okay.
One big storyline I think us as a group, Happy Endings fans, should get into, and I know Kelly and maybe even Mari predicted this. This is Dave and Alex. Like, they finally.
I like
What's their nickname? Daleks, or what would you call it? Aliv?
That sounds like
Abe?
a special kid.
Like Abe.
Give her Daleks.
Maybe Alex. You gotta put Alex in there.
But oh yeah.
I like Dallas.
Dallas is
Dallas.
good.
Dave.
Wait,
Dallas
Hey,
is
Dave.
good.
Daleks.
Alex?
That would have to work.
A Dave. That's what we call it.
Daleks.
A
And
Dave. A Dave.
Agave.
Real quick.
I'll say,
Even
okay,
though it was,
wanna go.
even though it was a little like obvious that was probably gonna happen, at the end that they are gonna have something. It's still fun to watch for me. I don't know, like as set up as it could be. It's a fun sitcom, and I love seeing Dave and Alex going into next season. I think that's exciting for next season. I think Brad losing his job could be fun for next season. They gave us a lot to go off for next.
Ronnie, didn't you think that when Penny and Dave had a moment
That's
that
what
was
I
going
was
to go
gonna say.
somewhere?
Right.
But
But
then
it was a little.
I thought
hint
that was
of
gonna
it.
because
A
we
little
got it the
bit.
first
That's
episode
true.
and then they brought it back this time. But then she luckily wound up getting Chris in the wheelchair to come back from the Skype
I'm
world.
not going to be mad if Brian Austin Green comes back next season.
Oh, he was
I'm
looking
happy to have.
fine.
I'm happy to have that happen. I want to see him out of the wheelchair, and I want to see what's going to happen with.
Leave him in the wheelchair.
No, he
I'd
can
like
have
to
every
see-
part of his body broken except for one.
Wow. I'd like to see
Sorry,
Penny
getting too
have
spicy.
a boyfriend for a second. And I mean, I thought that, it was a little sad to see her a little teary-eyed when she when Alex opened the door and Dave was in there. That was a little rough because I think they're going to play with us with that. They're going to kind of dangle that a little bit, maybe.
Because didn't it seem like Dave was asking, like, well, what did she think? Did you think there was something going on? As if he was concerned.
Right.
But then he connects back to Alex.
Right.
So I didn't understand
Playing
what was
the
going
field.
on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
playing the field.
Because he
You
was
know,
going to
he's
give
a
up the
Chicago
booty
man.
first.
Well, but you gotta think he was going to marry Alex.
So she's always going to have
Okay,
it.
wait. What is Mari saying? Are you saying what? Okay, because he initially was concerned. Oh, I wonder what Penny thought.
Right, but then he saw Alex. There was a spark, so he was like, I can
And
get
what
back
was the
with my
exact
ex.
the exact wording was? Oh, did she think something was going on? And then
Right.
there was a beat, awkward but fun. And then it was, oh, wait, is there something going on?
Right, Alex asked that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he
So she
said,
kind of
"I don't know."
initiated
But
it.
she
I don't know,
did.
is there
Yeah,
something
she
going
was the one kind of like putting it out there.
Yeah.
But she left him at the altar, so
So he's going to be more receptive.
Yeah, his pride, his ego. I mean, he really did love her. He still loves her. We saw them hook up a couple times.
She's
going
to be the number one above anybody. He was going to marry her, so you can't. That's a given.
And come on,
I
she's
smell
so
threesome.
adorable.
There's going to be
Why
something
not?
next season.
Exactly. Right? Might as well.
Why not?
We have too many boys in
or
this
like
room
a, or like a dream sequence where he wakes up and then Alex gets up and then Penny gets up and like, oh wait, what's
Oh,
going
they
on?
do dream
And then it's
sequences
like,
on
wait,
Happy
is that,
Endings.
wait, is that what just?
Yeah,
Anyway,
I don't know why you guys are making him a player. Maybe he's just perplexed.
Wait, who's a player? Who
Get
you
on,
talking
man.
about?
Yeah,
He's,
exactly.
he's,
He's
a,
a player.
he's a sophisticated man in a complicated
Wait,
world.
wait.
That's what's going on.
Wait, Nick,
Come on.
real quick.
Holla if you hear me.
One at a time so we can hear everybody. Nick, what are you saying?
He's a sophisticated man in a complicated world. He's not a player. He has a lot of options. It's not his fault. Come on.
I'm going to tweet
Fellas.
that later.
just-
Sophisticated man in a complicated world.
No, I get that. I get that he was, there's an opportunity possibly with Penny that he's maybe kind of into, but if there's something with Alex, that's his number one.
Yeah.
So he's kind of.
Is she still his number
I don't
one,
know.
Well,
I
maybe
think
that's the thing. Like,
Well, that's the
Some
thing.
kind
That's
of
what it
triangle,
looked like.
I
When
mean,
you get played like that,
Yeah, that's
you guys
it,
don't
you gotta-
But
understand.
that's what it looked like in this episode because
left
he
him
was
at the
so quick.
altar.
He was so quick to go
That's
for it.
tough.
Maybe he just wanted to go back and get that familiar. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe he wants to flip it and do, kind
Old
of
times
do it
sake.
back. I
As,
don't know.
as Nick said, yes, he wants to flip it.
What's a flip? Is that a new term that I'm not aware of?
Can we flip it? You can flip
Smack
it.
it
You
and
can
rub
flip
it.
it.
What is flip it?
Smack it and
kind
flip
of
it,
like,
rub it down.
Oh, yeah.
Take advantage of it.
That's not necessarily what I mean. Just
Oh,
kind of
oh,
like,
it is.
kind of do back what she did to him. Give her kind of a taste of her own medicine.
Oh, so he wants to
Maybe
reel
it's
her
just
in
that.
and then punch her in the face and knock it out like a bad habit. Is what.
Maybe.
Did you guys catch any lines this episode that really stood out? Because I'm like dying to throw out the Beats by Dre one.
Oh yeah, and the headphones.
That was
and
hilarious.
the earbuds by what were the
DJ
earbuds?
Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah. Like,
that was classic.
why did Jane have to get those earbuds and everybody else got Beats by Dre?
She was not
those
in the
are like
wedding party.
$400.
She got a chip
headphones.
clip.
I'd be so
wait,
insulted.
break that down. So that's the scene about the difference in
The
gifts,
gift bags,
right?
yes.
Gift bags.
You give all your
For the
wedding
wedding
party
party.
gift bags.
So basically, if you're part of the wedding party, you're
You got it.
special, and if you're not, then
You're not.
too bad.
Yeah.
You get chip clips.
Why? You know,
You got an invite. That's what happens. You got an invite.
I'm buying your dinner
Yeah.
and drinks for the night,
Which is
That's what you
$50 a
get.
plate.
Not via Skype. You were physically
You were
here.
physically here to drink
So
my
you get all the
booze
after
and
dinner
eat my
mints
food.
that you want.
and it does seem like stuff like that happens. I mean, Mari always talks about, oh yeah, that's really how it goes. And like I thought that was sort of a thing you will see in real life. Some people get great gifts, some people are included, and other people have to wear suits that make them look like pee. I mean, it just actually happens.
Truth moment, exactly.
We could. Is there anything else we got to cover as far as this episode? If not, I wanted to say, who's everyone's favorite character? I'm gonna stand behind my passion for Jane because whenever Jane has to do something, and make something happen. She could be broke, and she's got to find a way to make money. It's funny. Anything about Jane is just kind of my favorite. But Alex is good, too. I must admit.
Well, and please remember, anytime Jane says, "Isn't it though?" it just makes it even funnier.
Yes. She was saying some weird.
Sliding under the couch.
Hey, Kelly.
What was she doing under the couch?
Cleaning underneath the couch. She was cleaning underneath. But she had, like, you know,
those, like,
mechanics
yes.
slide in and out. One, where do you get that from other than the mechanics? Like,
Jane
I don't
would
even
have
know where
that.
she would get that.
Of course, Jane would have that.
And so what did Max say? He said you can't say the word.
Isn't it though? And everybody agree, or it doesn't make it funny,
It
or
doesn't
something.
make it funnier.
Okay.
He said it doesn't
I
make it
loved
funnier.
it because I will put my hands up and admit I tell the worst, corniest jokes in the world, and I have to use lines like that. Isn't it though? And I hope
I will put my hands up and agree that Ronnie makes the corniest jokes ever.
this is why I love sitcom television because I'm so corny. And,
Oh, it's perfect for you, Ronnie.
We have other hands shooting up back here, Ronnie.
all right.
You
My-
viewers
okay,
at home, tune in so that you can see Nick hand just shot right up.
But no, Ronnie, here's a tip, okay? If anytime you tell a story or you tell a joke that doesn't go over well, to get the crowd back, you just say, "And then I found $20," and everyone's like, "Oh my God, what?"
That's a
It
good one.
works every
Wait,
time.
I gotta do what? Okay, so
And then
tell-
I found $20.
I tell a bad
Pause.
joke.
Yeah, you tell a bad joke and then pause. You get no reaction, and then you say, "And then I found $20."
Usually I just pass
And then
gas
you pull
or
this
something.
back in. Ew. I don't know if the happy ending writers are going to use that one, Ronnie.
All right. Favorite characters: Azur-De, new Penny.
I like Penny.
Year
I
of
just
the
think
Penny.
She's just, to me, the most entertaining, and I love that she's a hopeless romantic. I love that, I connect with that. I'm a hopeless romantic. But no, I just think she's so cool. I love watching her, and she's so over the top. It's just funny to see her do that, but in a way that is funny. Because sometimes over the top cannot be funny.
Yeah.
But she does it in a way where it's like, okay, that's funny. But yeah, Penny would be my favorite.
Year of the Penny. Kelly,
Yeah.
who's your favorite? I know you love them all, but
Well, Penny's my favorite. She and I just have way
She's
too much
you.
in common. She's totally my alter ego. We're both publicists. We go through life along the same path. I love it.
Although we never see Penny work that
I
much.
know. There was like one
I've
episode
seen you in
devoted to her
action.
work. There was one episode devoted
That's
to her
how good
work
she is.
where she had like some psycho assistant, which I loved that episode because it was
You could relate to that.
amazing. But I think I like how she always tries to put a positive spin on stuff.
She does.
Even when she's down and out and whatever. And that's kind of what, especially in the entertainment business, as all of you guys know, it gets pretty rough. And it's either you have to be optimistic or you'll go freaking crazy.
She said
So that's
amazing a
kind
little
of-
different this time. Like it wasn't
A
like
little.
amazing. It was like it was like
It
off.
was a little shaky.
Yeah,
was
it
a
didn't sound like her
little-
usual
No.
amazing. Like it
No.
didn't do that. And I
Well,
always
and
look for her isms.
It also
Yeah.
didn't connect. She said it to him, and it didn't hit.
Yeah, I was wondering
But
about that.
was that on purpose? I wonder
Well,
because
I don't. Maybe.
Maybe the writers were just trying to throw it in one more time for us because they know we loved it so much, but they couldn't figure out where to stick
well,
it
what
in.
do you think, Kelly? I mean,
I don't know because you got to think too. She was just dumped, so she's not feeling at her best. She got stuck at the Skype table. She's, there's this cute guy there, and then she's got this like weird old guy that's like trying to hit on her from another computer, and it's a little bit awkward. So maybe she just wasn't feeling 100% on point, so it didn't necessarily come out right. So he didn't.
Well,
he didn't catch on.
and
All those excuses. I feel you, girl.
You know what I mean? It's like it's real. It's real stuff.
exactly.
Hard out here in these streets.
exactly
It's hard out here.
in real life, that would have
In
been
real life, that's what happens. You can't always be on top of your game all the time.
That would have been a hashtag fail moment, and we got to actually
It
see
was,
it.
and we haven't seen that from Penny too often.
Yeah, no, you're right. We hardly ever.
I was
see
looking
her
for the
kind of
uncle's
flub.
name. It was Uncle Jerry who wanted to peek down her brassiere, and I love the fact that Penny gave it to him.
I
She's
know,
like,
I
you
She's
know,
like, whatever.
She
I make
did.
dreams come true. Here you go.
That's what I love about
But
her.
she was like
She's
really dancing on the floor, just like it.
She
just,
had grooves.
Yeah, she was just
With
so
the
trying to
computer
entertain
in
this
hand.
disrespectful moment.
I almost feel like we got a laptop back here. We got to have you show like do the exact dance. I don't know. You're a spicy girl, so.
but that's another reason why she's my favorite. She just kind of goes with
She's
it.
holding it like,
There you go.
Yeah.
like trying not. Did you get it, Ronnie?
I did.
So I chat with Spicy and she'll dance with you.
You said what?
I chat with her. And then
You would chat with me? Okay. Skype me,
Put
though.
it down a little more. Put it down.
Yeah,
more.
put it
Yeah, let me see that.
Richard, do you have a favorite character on this show?
What happened?
Before we go to commercial, do you have a favorite character on this show? I know you've been watching a lot of the episodes, and you get to work on the show. Who's your favorite character as a viewer, though?
I've got to go with 2, and I'm going to make it quick, only because 1, the most time I spent on the set was with Adam, and I got to see how talented this dude is. And what they picked, he had so much other things that were fire, it's ridiculous. He was saying funny stuff out his butt. Like, everything this dude was saying was like, how do you pick what to use? Everything he was saying. And 2, I got to give it up to Brad, you know what I'm saying, up in there, the brother. Just because I need to, not just because he's black, because I like that he is.
A disclaimer in case you thought it was
I'm
ethnic.
clarifying. I mean, a little bit
those are
because
the
he's
host
black.
only, not necessarily reflect the views of
Most
AfterBuzz
is
TV
because
or its owners
he's
or
a
principals.
dude. He's just a dude. He's not necessarily doesn't bring any kind of extra because we always get typecast and this and that. He's a dude. He booked a role where he's Brad. And you really can't say, oh, he's this because he's black. They might play with it a bit.
He just
but he's
happens
a
to be
dude.
black.
Exactly.
I feel like
So I
Jane on the
respect
show
that.
is more ethnic than he is. She'd be like, boo, my baby daddy. Like,
Seriously.
she's more urban than he is.
There's this one part they didn't keep the tape, but she leans back. She goes, "Give me the funk." Like when she says that line, "Give me the funk," they didn't use that take of it at the front register when they're checking in.
Oh, I think she did.
She
that
says,
was the exact
She
scene.
says it.
She said something
but she
about
did
funk.
it, delivered it way different. They didn't keep that take of it, and it was so parliamentary. It was, "Give me the funk," and she goes back. I'm like, dang. You know?
She plays off of it so well, though. I love it.
Yeah,
so Brad is his favorite, and Max.
That was one of the scenes I did love, the 2 of them, Brad and Jane. And again, they didn't say much of anything, but give me the funk. It was all great stuff to watch. Man, this show, I love it. I absolutely love it. We didn't talk about the physical comedy with Penny on Max.
Oh.
And I'm a chubby guy, so like trying to button my pants, like that was fun.
No, when the pants are too tight, I've done the lay on the bed and try to pull them up before. Like, it's really hard. You need help. So I was
not
feeling
okay.
Max in that position. I was like, dang,
I
that's
got some ideas. You
rough.
might have to help me with
Oh,
some
my
pants
range is
money. So I was like, oh yeah, I could use
remember that.
Maricela. She could help me with that.
Wait, if you guys put that on YouTube, that'd be a whole different kind of video. But I digress.
Let's shoot it.
I would be hopping on her the way that Penny did Max, though. Like, she was doing all different kinds of positions, but you could tell they were trying to put sexual innuendo in there because she was like bending over, her booty was in the air, and then she was like, damn. First, it started off that it looked like she was giving him bobble, and they did that on purpose. Did you guys see that where her head comes down?
Another
Comes
one.
up? Yeah.
Bobble?
That was very sexual.
Bobble.
Bobble, you know, bobblehead.
Clarify.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys said that.
All right, that's a great
route.
That is the war.
Ronnie, the writers did it, not us. Okay, that was all the
Talking
writers.
about what we've seen.
Yes, that's a wonderful time for us to go to commercial.
Commercial.
Bobble.
Okay,
You can-
we'll go to
We're
commercial.
gonna take a commercial. folks.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
And we are back, folks. We definitely had a fabulous Happy Endings episode. And I forgot to mention before we left about Jane sending Brad to an Irish wedding. in order to what did he need to collect in order?
Oh, because they were trying to save money on this wedding that Derrick couldn't pay for.
She was trying to send him to get alcohol.
She was to go steal whiskey so that they could mix it, and they were gonna make some bootleg something.
But she was willing to put white
face.
face paint on him. Like Jane will go to any extreme measure, so I kind of feel Ronnie. Okay, Jane's, I'm feeling her. She's definitely more comedy than I thought before. So I'm Ronnie. I will say this: I love Jane now. Are you happy, Ronnie?
I am very. This has turned into a happy endings. Yes. Thank you.
They have won me over.
I still don't like Jane.
Oh well.
you don't you even
we
start.
can't convert everybody.
He's just being difficult.
Don't
hey,
even.
Kelly, do you have any, the Twitter universe, as you say, they're tweeting a lot. What are some of the top quotes of today's episode? Are they talking a lot right now?
Quiet Jane is the scariest Jane, the world's most dangerous Jane.
Yes, because she makes the face expressions and doesn't say anything, and she's always running her mouth. Mm-hmm. So you're in trouble if she's not saying anything.
Yeah. One of my favorite Max quotes today was eating 3 meals a day as opposed to one long super meal. That's
that was good.
I know that sometimes I get busy and I eat one long super meal because I get 1 meal a day and that's all I get to eat because I'm chained to my desk and that's all I get. So I thought it was pretty funny. Maybe.
What else we got?
Wait, what's the line you're supposed to say if the joke didn't hit? What do you?
And then I found $20. I wrote down.
And if that doesn't work,
I like it. That didn't work either.
You just walk off.
A lot of people like that I look like an idiot, but she sticks out her leg like Angelina Jolie.
That was funny.
So that's a big one. Save the Drama from Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Earbuds by DJ Jazzy Jeff.
That was my favorite. That killed it. The Beats by Trey. When he pulled out the Beats by Trey, I was like, what do you know about that?
I like things that are gay.biz.
Oh, when was that?
Did you guys not? Because Max said, it was at the beginning how they said Dave said he's never been to a gay wedding. And Max said, well, and all weddings are really kind of gay. And if you want to know what else is gay, www.allthingsaregay.biz. And he said something like, I tried to get .gov, but I couldn't get it.
I like when Max first bumped into his friends after Richard, you included, and he had seen you guys for the first time, and you guys were trying to sing to him. You guys did not sound amazing, but he had said that you guys were intoxicating, though. So pure lies.
We were intoxicating, and we were on key, and
they must have not included that take.
The takes, honestly, and there was. I'm not gonna say anything, but there was a little bit of people singing under. The guy was working with us because they actually had a vocal coach there saying, we want you to sound decent in the studio and on set. So some people were trying to steal I'm just gonna say steal the shine. I was in the pocket. So if you play it back, you hear I'm just telling the truth. I just can do things, and I know how to sing a little something. I was in the pocket.
Oh, you're busting it out
I'm
now.
just saying. I'm not gonna say who was out of the pocket. I was in the pocket.
We got it.
Okay.
AfterBuzz exclusive.
Where's Simon Cowell when you need him?
I know.
It's dreadfully awful.
Is there any other funny ones, Cal, that we can't possibly take all the notes because it's too hard to remember?
It's really all the same things we've been talking about. Everybody loves Madonna. Talking about that. They
Anyone
all want
know
them
what
at their
ski boxing is?
Yeah.
Oh, people were talking about that invented by energy drinks. People like that. I just saw that one.
Invented by energy
A sport
drink?
invented by energy drinks.
It must be like a dangerous one.
I wonder if it's like
extreme sports.
If they just made it up, is it real?
Or if it's skiing.
Are you skiing?
How can you ski and box? That's not possible.
That's how Sonny Bono died.
Oh, that is so
was too much?
I don't know if it's too soon.
AfterBuzz does not condone these.
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't condone that, of course.
And then he found $20.
Found $20. Okay, real quick. So, Richard, I want you to kind of, when we were watching the show, David, am I saying the name correct? Casp, the creator.
David Casp, creator.
You had mentioned him, and we kind of sort of talked about your experience of joining this show, and your hopes to, of course, continue would be great. Tell us, like, the audition and who'd you have to meet, and did you see how big of a show this was, and were you like, whoa, kind of walk us there a little bit would be cool.
Okay, and I guess this is my time to maybe take a step back and say, it's Richard John Reliford. I allow you, Marcel, to do that because I love you. Richard John Reliford.
Oh, we have to say the John.
Yeah, you have to put that in there.
Like Sarah Michelle
the name
Gellar?
isn't catchy anyway, so I figure it's not catchy, complicated. So I decided to go. That's
So you want us to add the John?
Yeah, you have to.
Alright.
Okay.
You have to. I've
Sophisticated.
fired agents for less than that. So,
So the John has. Can I call it? Can I put Juan?
Juan. You just
Richard
want me.
Juan
It's already
Reliford.
Ricardo. That's another thing. My wife knows this. My first girlfriend was Yolanda. Don't ask questions. Okay, moving forward. All right. Honestly, and I'm gonna give props out. Thank God for all the talent and ability. Susan Vasher castings who cast me happened very quickly. My quickest almost booking ever. Pretty much called me, or my manager the day before came in. I think it was a Monday or Tuesday. Said come back the next day for a producer session. Then a day after that, I found out I was booked and it was on. I was like, what just happened? So I really didn't have a chance to say, oh, this show is big or not, da da da. And I don't think like that anyway. I take every audition and every project on that level. People that work with me know that I take all game reps. I have no practice. Azur can attest to that. Like, and the people are almost uncomfortable in rehearsals. Like, could you just take it down a bit? No, I don't understand. Take it down. Even when I played football,
You're just extra.
game reps. Could you take it easy? They were just doing run throughs. No, just
Ronnie,
don't.
here's a fun fact about him. He's from Chicago.
Shut down, baby.
Oh, the show's set in Chicago. I'm obsessed with Chicago because we do this show and Shameless. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I thought you would like that, Ronnie.
I do. I think
Ronnie's
that's
down
great.
for Chicago.
I've actually been
AfterBuzz
thinking like I want to
exclusive.
go to Chicago.
I think I'm going to go to Chicago like next week.
You should.
Let's all
You've
go
never
to
been to
Chicago.
Chicago?
I've never been to
You'll
Chicago.
fall in love with
Windy City.
Chicago.
I've never been. I'm excited to go.
Chicago's amazing minus the weather. That's why we're all
Windy City.
here.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's not humane. People that live in Chicago,
But
props
they
out
tape
there.
half the show there and then here in LA too.
Oh, I didn't know. I was here for the. We taped.
taped all in LA?
All on location, actually in Pasadena at the old Ritz Carlton's where we taped the scene, and they're called the Langham Hotel. So they actually put us up. I was put up
Nice.
not just day-to-day booking. I was put up in the Langham. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Walking
You got
around.
the VIP.
And they saw, they don't see a lot of young brothers just walking around. In this so, me, I'm like, yeah. You know, can I get some water? Because I wasn't going to charge anything because I didn't have the dough. So,
So you had an opportunity to work with Adam, and then you
Yes.
also was there anybody else on set that you got
well,
to meet?
everyone, like you said, every day, everyone was on the set. So I worked with everyone, got a chance to meet them all. We had a little impromptu cast party after we wrapped at 2 a.m. on Friday. That's how they get it done. We did a wrap party at like 2:30 a.m. to like 6. We didn't care. Everyone's dead tired. We open up. And they were actually getting mad at us. We opened up their little bar situation there. I forgot what it was called, and brought in their own drinks and just kicked it. One of the cameramen was playing piano. I'm singing back there. Who is this dude? I'm back there singing Prince, Purple Rain.
Wait, this
just all
kind of
real
sounds
stuff.
like the Happy
Nice.
Ending season finale
I
episode.
know.
That's what
They just kept the party going.
Yeah.
Just telling you, just kept
Nice.
going.
I definitely would have been an extra on that. That did look like a lot of fun. Richard, I wonder, had you got a chance to maybe work with any of the writers that we had here in studio? We had Sierra Ornelas, Prentice Penny. I don't know, because I feel like a lot of them go on set, and I'm assuming something big like this. Who were the writers you got to work with?
The writers, good question. You're hitting me with it. I know it was 2 writers, and maybe you can give me. Was Sierra one of them? Possibly. No, I'm thinking maybe it was Kelly. I don't think they had written a ton of episodes before this. I know the season finale.
No,
was
maybe it
the
was
main
Tom, because he hasn't written a lot.
but it was a partnership. It was 2 writers. I wish I had the booking in front of me. I apologize. But yeah, they were great. I know she's a little redhead, long hair, nice on set, and the other writer. But the big deal was they wrote the scene, and we had to film 2.
Hillary, maybe?
Who? Say it
Hillary?
again? No, it wasn't Hillary.
Kelly's
Jackie?
on her Twitter looking at photos of the
Keep
writers.
going. Might have been Sarah's possible. I think it was more like a Kelly or something.
But what were you going to say about
Anyway, so
the big deal?
Madonna hadn't improved it up until Friday.
Oh.
So there was a chance that I was not going to be in the dress, and I'll be honest with you, I was secretly making silent prayers.
Nope.
I'm being honest.
We wanted you in the dress.
Thank you. It
was
now
great
I'm happy.
comedy.
We're
So Madonna
glad
had
it got
to
approved.
approve this?
The backup
Wow.
was
Yeah.
Sex Pants. We had a group called. Yeah.
So the whole episode would have changed if
It would've
Madonna
changed. It would have been
didn't.
Sixpence None the Richer. We would have been Sex Pants. I would have been in normal like clothes, like these cool little green jeans and like a little, you know what I mean? And so I was
But she
like,
approved
yo. And then the night before, I remember the moment because I knew my stomach dropped because I knew this was going to happen. And they said, Madonna said yes. This was like Thursday night. Everybody was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. At the same time.
It's like bittersweet.
It was bittersweet. Honestly, I'm just being real about it. It's not like I have some big problem or anything. It's just I had never been in the dress. I apologize.
But at least you had a guitar, so at least you can, you know.
I rocked it out, and I was strong. I was powerful up there, wasn't I?
Yeah.
It was very powerful.
I almost forgot you had on a dress.
Yeah.
Because you was.
Look, you're making me feel good right now. I know you're blowing smoke up my skirt.
No, I'm trying to,
Yeah. And it wasn't a dress, by the way. Let's get this straight on here. It was actually a corset top.
Oh, wow.
And a skirt with lace, so it looked like a dress.
Better.
But dude, I think that's good for your
I would have
career.
rather you just been in a dress.
I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. It was a two-piece.
Yeah, I'm mad that you knew the pieces to that wardrobe. And it was a bustier.
Is that a bustier? Maybe it was a
32D.
I don't know. And white.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you could have been wearing the cones, Madonna style.
Right.
Yeah,
But how dope
'cause
is
that would've
that?
been-
How dope is that you're seeing, like, the entire thing was based on Madonna's approval?
Yeah.
It's like Michael Jackson and then Madonna.
Come on. So I'm like,
that's kind of
this is
crazy.
actually this is bomb by default because I'm like Madonna, not like her people. They had to get to Madonna, and Madonna was like, yes. I'll approve it. They said Richard Reliford's doing it. She was like, "Oh yeah, definitely."
Yeah.
No, you don't believe that?
I love the confidence,
That's
man.
how it happened.
That's soon.
Right.
Richard, we're gonna wrap up in a little bit. Just kind of give any last experiences or any kind of wishes. Do you obviously you hope this character comes back. We certainly would love to see it. And the question I kind of see, I feel like this YouTube video of you guys performing. I wonder how many views that's gonna get because honestly, it was funny and we all laughed.
That's news to me, first of all. Because someone sent me that link. I did not know we had a YouTube video going out.
Dude, everything's on YouTube.
Yep.
Well, people are asking.
My YouTube channel is RJ Reliford, so somebody send that over to me, RJ Reliford, YouTube/RJ Reliford, so
We'll
I can
tweet
see
it at
it,
you.
I guess.
Well, and people are also asking for it to be uploaded on iTunes. They want your version of like a prayer. They want to download it. So
Really?
a lot of fans are tweeting that they
make
want
that
it
happen
on iTunes.
because, again, that is my vocals, so I don't know what that means. But I'm going to make a call and make
so
sure.
that's what they're asking for. So
Yeah.
they're tweeting at the writers to do that. So maybe that'll happen. So
This was a big difference from your role in My Brother's Keeper, where he played a guy who just got out of prison. And so to
did a
go
nickel. I
from
did
to
a
go
nickel,
to that
came out of prison.
to playing a Madonna, you have upgraded.
Thank
Definitely.
you. I believe, no, I take that as a compliment because I remember someone telling me this, my first act casting workshop, and they said, what's your area? You got to know what type of character you are. And I said, I can do it all. And I said that with confidence. They said, whoa. And people do tell you to caution this. That sounds great. Everyone wants to play it all, but what's your specialty? And guess what? I've had an opportunity, really, if you look at my resume, to do that. I've snuck in and where it's like, hey, I'm over here. And if you blink, I'm over here. I'm this goofy dude coming in. So I'm really blessed to have that opportunity to do this. I didn't think this would be my first role. I thought it would be a cop or a thug on like CSI or something like that.
Well,
I thought that would be my first
Happy
TV
endings,
show.
of course. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And
I
it
think
is a
people are
happy
going to be
ending.
shocked when they see this difference because it is a drastic difference from what we've seen you in. So I
Thanks.
think people are going to be like, wow, Richard can do it all.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Ronnie,
Shall we do predictions? I mean, do you want to?
can we have predictions for next season?
Yeah, I don't even like to think that the season's over, but here we
I
go.
have no idea what to expect.
Sounds so weird next season.
This is so tough.
Oh, we have to wait a whole summer.
Or
Crystal ball.
we could shoot our own like spoof videos. That's a thought I had.
We have been talking about shooting a happy ending spoof video, and I
We
was
all-
going to play Alex.
You were gonna play Alex. I was gonna play
I
Max.
totally think you should play Jane.
I could play Jane
I
too.
think you play Jane.
I could play Jane too. I like Alex because she's more lighthearted, but we know Kelly was going to play Penny.
No, Nick was gonna play Penny.
I was.
Nick
I'm
was
just
gonna-
kidding.
Nick was gonna play- Nick was
I
gonna
don't know
play
who you would
Brad.
play.
I was.
Nick and I are
I was
gonna fight for
gonna
it.
channel you and throw on a dress and play Penny.
All right, let's do season predictions. What do you guys think for next season? What do you want to see?
Well, have we even heard? I don't even know yet if the show's actually gotten picked up. So I actually saw some tweets that people were saying that if if ABC even thinks about not renewing the show, people are going to go postal on the network.
Oh, wow. For sure. We'll be one of them.
Yeah.
There will be protests and marches and everything else rough.
And I'm honestly kind of surprised that they haven't announced it yet because
stabbings and now riots. Just make note.
I know. It's getting violent up in here. But I'm surprised that they haven't announced it yet because a lot of, they've already picked up a bunch of shows. So I'm hoping
that is true. Shameless ended, and immediately after they were like, next season coming
CBS
soon.
already greenlit about 15 shows already for next season. I mean, ABC did a bunch already, but they just haven't announced Happy Endings yet. And it could just be they haven't figured out if they're going to switch the time slot. I mean, I don't know, but hopefully we'll get it back.
I feel like it's for sure coming back.
Didn't you mention that Adam's in New York right now? Maybe he's auditioning for stuff.
I think he's just visiting. I think he's
I'm just
visiting
trying to
family because
drama.
I've been like stalking them just to find out if anybody's auditioning for anything other than because they've got movies coming out and stuff. So they've just been doing that. But I've been checking to see if anybody's doing any pilots for pilot season.
By the way, I do know this from overhearing their conversation. They do a webisode.
They did. They did their last webisode. They posted up, which was actually directed by Adam Pally. Their last webisode is on ABC.com right now on the Happy Endings page. So go check that out. It's really
How
funny.
cool is that? Now he has director extraordinaire underneath his resume.
I'm telling you, he's great.
Solid UCB.
He's really, really funny.
Citizens Brigade.
And to watch his character grow too. I mean, all of them really has just been great. But he, you see him kind of progress and kind of slim down and look better.
He was
and
more
look
slim
a little bit
this episode.
Yeah, he looks a little bit more like fashion forward too, just like in the way he looks, like cleaner and just all around together. Because in the first season, he was a little like rougher around the edges.
And I do like Kelly. I do like the joke that they had made, not on this episode, but you're like Paul Rudd if Paul Rudd gave up. Like that's. I feel like I always tapped Kelly's leg, like, oh Kelly, you would remember this because me and her were like obsessed with this.
My
show.
AfterBuzz prediction then is that he's probably going to do the Hollywood thing and like drop 20.
I mean,
all the guys, everybody, Seth Rogen, all of them,
They
they're
all do
just
that.
a little bit not slim. I'm not going to call them overweight, but they're just not slim. They always drop it. So watch next season. We're going to see him. He's going to be like Brad size. That's my prediction.
He might be.
But I think that it makes his personality more fun. He's a little hefty.
I hate to see it end. Thank you, Richard, for coming in. We definitely appreciate that.
And if any fans want to find you, Richard, where can they find you at?
They can find me on my Facebook, Richard John Reliford, IMDb, or my Twitter, Richard Reliford. That's the only place where it's Richard Reliford because they're shorter. That
was a correction for me.
Yeah, just FYI again. And just find me around. I float around town. I work out. And
you can find him at 24 Hour Fitness.
Wednesdays at 3 p.m.
We want to.
But I do need to plug this. You guys have to push the. I didn't hear the predictions. Predictions that Madonna comes back.
Yes.
Madonna.
I will give you this
That's
in my
Madonna.
show type. This is all I'll give you from the cliffhanger is that Adam Pally Max comes back and he's feeling the group so much he lets it go to his head and he flips out. I want to see that. He's back
I can
and
see
like
he thinks he's a star.
All
Don't
I can
feel
say,
anything
he's a rock
else.
star.
I'm gonna WGA this in a second. That's all right.
I can totally see that.
Well, and one thing we know, Kelly and I, especially from season 1, like they bring back everything. So I think you're gonna be all good, Rich. I think you're gonna come back and
They come back full circle for sure. Well, here's the thing we can do too. So if you want to get Madonna's song to get some downloads on iTunes, then here's what we'll petition for you. So you comment on iTunes for us to get us some downloads, and we're gonna help each other out. That's what
Yes,
we're gonna
and
do.
everybody else at home, rate us.
That's
Go
what
to
we're gonna
iTunes,
do.
leave comments, let us know what you thought about the season finale and the season of Happy Endings. You can find Richard on his Twitter or on Facebook or at 24 Hour Fitness. You can find me.
LA Fitness, sorry.
25. They hooked me up. They did not come back.
Okay.
You can find me at spicy_Mari.
At the Nick Perdue.
At Kellie O with an IE 79.
At Azur-De.
And Ronnie Jr. Media.
Thank you, PR girl of mine. I appreciate that.
Yes,
all right.
of course. And at AfterBuzz TV.
Yeah.
So tweet
Happy
us.
Endings. It's over. Oh, I'm so
Sad
sad.
face. This is a sad ending.
.com. Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.